Uh, Hi, I'm Sai Krishna Shiva. This is a small question answering service I built for the Aurora assessment. It runs on Fast API and answers questions about members using your uh, messages API. Uh, yeah, so I can just show you the front end and how it works. And so let's just go through it. Let me share my screen. Okay, yeah. So this is a minimal front end that I've created. And yeah, so so I used EFIDF index over here to find the most relevant messages for the question. Then small heuristics in app QA.py to pull out dates, card counts, or restaurant names. If no pattern matches, it falls back to the best supporting message. Uh, so so this is the directory. So this is the server.py and this is retriever and QA.py is used to check the answers for the questions. This is to fetch the data set from the messages API and this file visualize the data set. So this is the main file. So you can run on local just by hitting Python main.py. It runs on your local server. And yeah, I have used render and Docker here. So this is my Git repo. So so I have used render web web for hosting the website. So it uses a Docker file and it's a free version, of course. And so I'm using Docker over here, which pushes all the files and runs the server in the local container. So let's just go to the working. So this is a minimal front end that I've created where you can just type in the questions and you can just see the answers. It's basically like a chatbot over here. And yeah, let me go through a few examples. So when I hit ask, so we have two endpoints here. So one is ask and the another thing is health. Health just shows you the health status of the server, and ask is the endpoint where we are supposed to give a question. It returns an answer in JSON format. So when I hit ask in the behind the earth, it redirects it to ask endpoint and we'll receive an answer. So here, when I asked, like, when is Layla planning her trip to London? Layla planning mentioned like this is the most nearest match of the message that we can get. So let's try some other examples as well. So when I say how many cards does Vikram Desai have, it says they have one card because it might have found the message with the Vikram Desai with a card. So let's go to some other question. What are Amira's favorite restaurants? So it finds the most relevant message and finds the answer as Kyoto. Yeah. What is Hans Miller flying to? When is Miller flying to San Francisco? I'm flying to San Francisco with the first class, but due on November 10th. Okay, it's getting interesting. So what did Fatima request for a dinner reservation? Fatima, did we confirm the party dinner reservation at the Fat Duck for our anniversary? The Fat Duck might be the restaurant name. So tell us about Sophia's upcoming trips. How about Michelle's start restaurant in Tokyo for the upcoming trip? So you can see how it's working. It's working very good. I mean, like I can think of some other approaches as well. Like I worked on LLMs, or we can just integrate an LLM, or we can just use some transformer model, but which requires a model to use over here or API keys to use over here. So as per the task that I was given, so I just went with TF-IDF plus heuristics approach, which does not require any models or API keys to run. It's just a algorithm. So it extracts from the based on cosine similarity. So based on that approach, it just extracts nearest answers to the questions. Yep. Hope you liked it. And yeah, and I have just run the analysis script on the dataset as well. You can just see the findings over here. As you can see, top members by message count. It's Lily, who has the most messages in the dataset, and this is monthly messages count over the time. And this is keyword coverage, like which word mentioning is more in the data set. And anomalies, like I didn't find any anomalies in the data set. That's so good. Yep. And I also created a PyTest file, test API file over here. You can just run using PyTest command just to test the API that we have created. Okay, that's where else running. So it just uses PyTest framework to run the file. I'll just write a few questions to test whether our endpoints are working properly or not. So this is what it is. Yeah, hope you liked it.